The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Welcome back, Elias Pettersson. We missed you, buddy.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey, welcome to the postcast here on Locked On Canucks. My name is Trevor Beggs, soon to be joined by Kyle Bhawan, and this episode is brought to you by FanDuel, baby. Go download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com and win $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. No one was really betting on the Canucks to have back-to-back games where they scored 5+ goals, especially with the team missing as many bodies as they are and missing Connor Garland tonight. But man, oh man, the Vancouver Canucks get 5 against Sergei Bobrovsky tonight. They erase a 3-goal deficit against the defending Stanley Cup champions to tie this game up, but they still find a way to lose because this is Vancouver Canucks hockey in 2025. And look, I want to keep it positive here because Elias Pettersson, another 2-goal game and 2 pretty nice goals at that. I know what the first one, the feed from Kane, he's got to bury those ones. He doesn't make a mistake. That backhand, though, with not a lot of space, he gets that one off, too. We've been saying it this year in Locked On Canucks. The defensive side of Pettersson's game has been there. And you wonder with David Cam coming into the lineup, if that could free him up a little bit more offensively. And look, in this game, he didn't have to take as many defensive zone faceoffs. He gets the 2 goals, but it's still not enough for your Vancouver Canucks. And look, man, oh man, one of the good things tonight, again, Elias Pettersson, look at the defensive zone draws tonight. Only had to take 5 defensive zone draws. He was taking all of them in previous games. So look, the David Camp experiment from the perspective of freeing up Elias Pettersson worked tonight. The Canucks scoring more than we expect them to. It's been working, but of course, they have 11 goals. They don't even have 40 shots, I don't think, over their past 2 games. But to me, the offense isn't the problem. Of course, when they score this many goals is not the problem. The lack of shots on net, that's a bit of a problem. But even tonight, they have a couple posts. Tyler Myers has an open net block by a defenseman in the first period. This isn't going to be, the most shot-heavy team in the NHL. But to me, the problem is Adam Foote hockey. And man, oh man, like I said, I tried to stay positive. I lasted a whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But Adam Foote hockey right now is killing the Vancouver Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks entering this game worst in the league in terms of high danger chances against. And tonight, on many occasions, they left poor Jiri Patera out to dry. To think that this guy lets 7 goals in this game, and he still has probably the save of the season off of Mackie Samoskevich there. You do got to feel for Jiri Patera because it looked like he was comfortable early on, makes the huge save. But man, oh man, there wasn't a lot of soft goals that got by him tonight. Probably a couple that Demko or Lankinen would have stopped. But Jiri Patera was not the problem tonight. The problem is the Canucks, again, entering this game, allowing the most high-danger chances in the NHL. And then they go up and give up 40-plus shots to the Florida Panthers tonight. Adam Foote, Kevin Dean. These are supposed to be the defensive gurus that helped the Canucks have one of the best defenses in the league, much like they did for 2.5 years under Rick Tocchet with, yes, Adam Foote behind the bench. And every dayers know, we talked about it heading into this season. This Canucks team can do something if they have a top 5 defense, maybe even top 10 defense, but top 5 goaltending. And then the offense just has to be average offensively. So far this season, let's just forget about the offense because they've done their job the past couple of games. But the defense, oh my God. I cannot believe how poor this defense has been overall. And look, I know they give a couple power play goals tonight, but they were 2 for 7 on the kill. They're just slightly bumping that average up from allowing 1 power play goal in every 3 opportunities. But man, oh man, I know Tyler Myers looks like he's taking a bit of a step back this year. He's playing too many minutes. I know you got young guys in the lineup like DPD. He's making some mistakes. Tom Olander looking like an NHL veteran out there. Tom Olander, man, I want to hit the round of applause for Tom Olander because he has more than done his job with the Vancouver Canucks. Give it up for Tom Olander, baby. And let's not talk about P.O. Joseph tonight. The poor guy. He might be the most stylish guy on the Canucks, you know? The Quebecois. They know how to dress. Unlike West Coast Daddy Beggsy, I got no idea how to dress. But P.O. Joseph tonight was on the ice for 5 goals against, 3 at even strength, 2 on the PK. And it does make you wonder. I know Quinn Hughes is playing a lot of hockey, but man, oh man, you should get Quinn Hughes on the PK. Try to win this team some games. You got to consider all options right now. But look, the Canucks defense, they did alter coming into the season. Foot talked about it. They want to attack more off the rush. But you're seeing right now that often it's the forwards not getting back either. And yeah, you've heard the cliche in hockey before. Defense is a 5-man operation. But there's been some sloppy line changes. And I know that the fact that they've got so many guys rotating in and out of the lineup hasn't helped things, right? And look, the Canucks have had more players play this season than they did in the entire 23-24 season when they were fully healthy. So the defense has been an issue. Me doing the show by myself, hopefully that wasn't too much of an issue, but it's always better with Kyle Bhawan. Kyle, this is pretty much the opposite of what we expected from Vancouver Canucks hockey this season. Yeah. High scoring, back and forth games, definitely a lot more towards the Canuck net than the Florida net, but the Canucks make the most of the opportunities tonight. Kyle, what was your number one takeaway from the game, buddy?
Well, did you already talk about David Kampf's debut?
Only in the perspective that it freed up Elias Pettersson for less defensive dome faceoffs. And hey, tonight it worked a little bit.
Oh man, it was like the bad luck game. David Kampf again enters the lineup. The NHL screws it up, names him Pierre-Olivier Joseph off the hop, and it kind of looked like Pierre-Olivier Joseph was playing center for the Vancouver Canucks today. I thought David can't. What was his name? Cannot play
David
defense. David cannot play defense, man. What is going on there, man? We miss Pew Suter more than anything, and I don't know. I jumped on late. Did you already talk about Elias Pettersson, or did you go complete dark mode? Like
I talked about Elias Pettersson for the first 2 minutes, and then I started going a little dark.
And that's why I came to save the day, because let's just save it for tomorrow. Like, can we get some of that energy going? Like, yo. What if the Canucks are not rebuilding, Trevor Beggs? And again, we're going to save this for tomorrow. If the Canucks are telling the fan base we're not going to rebuild, then is it easier for them to go hire Pete DeBoer, or is it easier for them to get a second line center? No, I want to do that tomorrow, because through 20 games, I know there's a lot of injuries and whatnot, and there's a lot of moving around, and there's no practice arena, and there's less practice more than ever. But you get paid to do a job. And through 20 games this year for the Vancouver Canucks, 21 games, I don't think I've seen a worse defensive Vancouver Canucks team in my life through 23 years of watching hockey. But again, more on that later, okay? Save the negativity for later. Elias Pettersson, that second goal, mad impressive. Shout out to Tom Milano and Kiefer Sherwood. We'll get to them at report cards, because those guys teared up today for sure. But Elias Pettersson, his clinical ability right there, Trevor, it's crazy, because I want to say he's back, but defensively today, he looked overmatched or overwhelmed or overtired. Like again, he wasn't perfect defensively today, so it's kind of hard to brag about him completely today, but like the points are coming, the confidence is coming, and the chemistry with Sherwood is coming too. And when Garland is back, I know they don't like to like jump, whatever, the right side, the left side thing. Like I just think there's a recipe here for like Elias Pettersson to pop off this season ASAP for the Vancouver Canucks.
Well, Kyle, he's creeping back towards that point per game mark, right? What is it? 19 points now in 21 games. His first 2-goal game of the season, 8 points in his last 4 games. Look, Kyle, I talked about it at the very beginning of the show. You guys been doing everything right defensively. He wasn't shooting enough offensively, wasn't quite getting in open spaces enough. But also he's spending a lot of time with Evander Kane, who, no credit to Kane. He set up Pettersson for his first goal of the game tonight. I thought Kane probably had one of his better games as a Canuck, to be honest. Although if you've been listening to the show, you know that we've been ragging on the guy, and that's a bit of a low bar. But Kyle, I'm interested in that idea. You're saying Sherwood, Garland, and Pettersson as your first line, eh?
Yeah, of course, man. Yo, because, okay, let's be honest, man. Kiefer Sherwood isn't just like a grinder, like a really good grinder.
He's got skill. Look at the pass on the power play goal tonight to Jake DeBrusk.
He's the definition of a real good two-way player. Like, he's putting that type of campaign together after what he did last year and then what he did the year before. And that's, again, ultimately impressed one of the best players in hockey, Quinn Hughes. So there's a player in Kiefer Sherwood, and it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be a dangerous game because they may have to pay him more because his stats are going to inflate if he's going to play more with Pettersson and Garland. But that might be the team's best bet to, I don't know, like get the most out of Pettersson. And then, you tie that in with the level of Quinn Hughes right now. And it's like, okay, 3 goals a game from those 2 guys in one way, shape, or other. I think that's the Canadian saying. Like, it's a possibility. Because Trevor, like the way Elias Pettersson is going right now, and he's not at full capacity, but he's at like 83%. He's trending up.
Oh yeah,
trending up, definitely. And you could say what sorry, and I've said a lot. I've admitted that this guy he committed fraud last year. He's spending all this time, and he's taking his time off. He's so much more committed this year than he was last year. So I don't think that's an injury thing. I don't know, man. That's like something happened. Oh, he got married. So straight up, he's clear. Like he's making improvements and taking this shit seriously. And I am impressed. And there's some compound interest here, Mr. Financial Advisor, and he's bought in and through 20 games. And I would even say like the last 16 games for Elias Pettersson, the last 15 games, post that game against St. Louis on Thanksgiving. Like he's just been bought in. And our hardest working player, and now again, I was about to say our best player, but I forgot we have Quinn Hughes on the team. But he's doing. Elias Pettersson he's made improvements, and as a Canucks fan, I'm proud of that because now it's 19 points in 21 games, and it's the commitment. It's like, I'm a fan of this team. I'm a fan of the Vancouver Canucks. I'm a fan of Elias Pettersson. I'm not going to doubt him. Like he took 200 games off or 150 games off, but before that, this guy was the reason of hope. And now that he's got 19 and 21 and he's committed, I'm going to hope that he's all the way back based on the ratio. And again, as a Canucks fan, I'm proud of him right now.
Yeah, and so you should be. And Kyle, as much as I was ragging on Adam Foote there, if Foote and Kevin Dean can figure out this defense and get them back to where they were with largely the same personnel, and you got Elias Pettersson back and you got Quinn Hughes doing Quinn Hughes things, maybe the Canucks could do something. But man, oh man, that defensive effort tonight and really all season, it's just left a lot to be desired. There's a lot of individual player performances to get into tonight. The David Kampf debut, Quinn Hughes making history once again, Jake DeBrusk staying hot. Let's get to it with report cards on the other side here on Locked On Canucks. All right, before we get back to the show, let's shout out our friends over at Gametime, baby. You know the deal. If you're buying tickets for NFL, NHL, NBA, concerts, whatever it is, make sure you go check out FanDuel. Kyle, I'm saving my money for when the Seahawks host the Packers in the playoffs. That's my dream, man. That's my dream. That would be a lot of fun. You and me.
That's your dream. That's your biggest nightmare, buddy. Be careful what you wish for, man.
Ooh.
Dude.
Yeah, Sam Darnold in primetime. That might be my biggest nightmare. But again, whatever tickets you're getting, make sure you go get them on Gametime. Gametime's got the lowest price guarantee. They got the zone deals. And on the app, tickets can go down as much as 60% before puck drop, kickoff, whatever it is you're watching. So Gametime, the place you got to go to get tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. That's code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, and go. All right, baby. Let's shout out our friends over at Doer. Kyle, I've never been sexier than I have been over the last little bit. Rocking the Doer jeans. Watch out, man. Watch out. Dangerous stuff, man. And not only are Doer jeans sexy, but they're also comfortable, man. They've done it, Doer. Do the Doer, baby, because they've mixed style and comfort. These Doer jeans have 5 times the stretch of traditional denim. They're antibacterial, meaning your jeans stay fresh for longer, so you can wear more and wash them less. And they got that Cool Max energy, baby, that regulates your body temperature and wicks moisture, keeping you cool and comfortable below the belt. Simply put, Doer makes the best damn jeans in the world. And you can check out Doer here in Vancouver at 1757 West 4th Avenue. Pick up a pair for yourself or as an amazing holiday gift. Mention our promo code LOCKEDONCANUCKS in store to get 15% off your first order, or check them out online at duer.ca/LockedOnCanucks for 15% off. That's duer.ca/LockedOnCanucks.
People, we back doing this, and that's talking about your Vancouver Canucks. My name's Kyle Bhawan. That right there is Trevor Beggs. And Trevor, we're doing it again, yo. We're not reading the comments, man. Come on. We didn't just watch the game. We being selfish right now. We all watched the game, okay? We're all Canucks, aka we are all Locked On Canucks. Let's get to your comments. GV, I think he's from Ireland, right? GV from Ireland, OG, saying liking the stash, Trevor. Trevor, man, shout out to Movember, shout out to November, shout out to Jake DeBrusk, but also again, shout out to the second best dad in the world. Trevor, man, the mustache looks good on you, man. Straight up, man, looking good, looking Canadian. There's a lot of ways to look Canadian. Okay, don't clip me. I'm just saying, there's a lot of ways to look Canadian, but you look like Johnny Canuck sometimes, man.
Well, I'm glad you say that, man. Shout out to GV for mentioning that in the comments. GV, remind me where in Ireland you are again. You know, it's I'll come visit you, man. My family's down in Cork. I'm due for a trip out there. I almost shaved the mustache off today, man.
What?
My daughter was crying and wouldn't talk to me, and then she said it was because of my mustache.
Oh,
But you know, I got to still be me, man. Okay.
oh,
You know,
Trevor,
November's just having rock the stash, man. The cancer research. Boom, bam. You know, my grandpa passed away from cancer, so I like to grow the stash. Now that I can actually grow one, now that it actually connects in the middle. So I got to stay true to my morals, man.
dude. Well, first of all, choosing yourself over your daughter is just, again, this is why I said go to the Mel Robbins thing that's coming up in a couple months, because sometimes I listen to you talk and I'm like, why am I friends with this guy? This guy's toxic as hell, yo. Again, Elias Pettersson 2 goals and you want to fire Adam Foote. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, then you're not talking to your daughter anymore. That's crazy, man. You also look like Yuri Patera. I'm not gonna lie. Like when Yuri Patera has the
good looking dude,
when he has the goalie mask on and he has the side angle things happening, like yo, he kind of looks like you. So is Yuri Patera Canadian? I think so. Patera, right?
No, he's Czech. I'm almost convinced he's Czech. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought that was a Canadian thing. Trevor, speaking of school, 5 minutes for report cards. Can we do that? Yes, we can.
All right, 5-ish minutes for report cards here on Locked On Canucks. It starts at the top with Tom Willander. You know, see, even I stumble on the name sometimes. But man, oh man, Tom Willander, he just fitted seamlessly with this team. Tonight was a bit of a rougher night for him, I will say. The Canucks were hemmed in a lot when he was in his own zone. I don't know if any of the goals really I would fault him for. He had his man on the play. But I'm going to give him a C+ tonight. It was more of an average performance from Tom Willander, who, again, when he has the puck, is looking pretty steady out there. I was really hoping he'd get his first goal in the dying seconds, but c'est la vie. Brock Besser. Brock, go ahead.
Let me interrupt. Sorry, I should have put my hand up before speaking. Come on. Back in my day, the ruler would have been, okay, and you know what? Let's not go there, okay? Anyways, Trevor, we could do this report card in like 10 seconds, okay? Everyone is a C+ or below. Like, there's few C+. Like, maybe you give like Pettersson, Quinn Hughes, because he got 3 assists, but Quinn Hughes defensively today was really bad.
Yeah, he had some turnovers for sure.
No, they were like, again, Quinn Hughes, this team, like Quinn Hughes isn't as good defensively as he was last year. That's okay to say. It's like I'm not saying he's been bad. I'm just saying there's a certain level to it. And when he's also turning over the puck early in games, sets the tone. We got such a young team. You know, you got a young team and you also got the chaos draft, Tyler Myers, who had a good first 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then he started pissing me off like everyone else. All in all, dude, the Canucks got work for the 3rd straight game. And that's just not good enough for a team that doesn't want to rebuild.
Honestly, let's hit the round of applause for a second, unless your team tanked, because the Canucks did get worked in 3 games, but man, oh man, they somehow sneak out of this road trip with a 1-1-1 record. What?
It's the holidays. And I'm happy that you're doing that. Because again, like I need you to be a happier person for me.
Yeah, you know, I got the Adam Foote stuff off my chest. You know, the worst defense in the NHL. But hey, the Canucks are somehow grinding out points against all odds. You got to give them credit for that. So, you know, yeah, Brock Besser, I give him a C+ tonight. Well, Connor Garland's on here, even though he didn't play. This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one, Kyle. Oh man, that's all right.
And I'll get to it, Trevor. You just gotta go off the dome. Go off the dome, Trevor.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna put David Kampf in Connor Garland's spot, and David Kampf tonight, like you said, a little bit of a rough debut. Just looking a step behind the play, but he did win some defensive zone draws for you. Okay, won some draws in the PK. Boom, bam. You'll take that. I mean, that's what the Canucks needed. But look, this guy played 4 AHL games this season. Dating back to last season, he was a healthy scratch towards the end of the season for the Leafs, was a healthy scratch in 12 of their 13 playoff games. This guy has barely played hockey. And then, he has to get thrown back into it right away against the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion. So I'm going to give David Kampf a bit of a mulligan tonight, but the game was definitely no more than a C overall. I'm going to go with Elias Pettersson next. I'm giving Pettersson the A- tonight, okay? I know the Canucks are a bit of a mess defensively. I know Pettersson, he interfered with Pater, and that goal by Luke Cunningham, I think it was the third goal of the game, was kind of on him. But he scores 2 goals tonight. The second one, man, that backhand in tight space, like that is the shit you want to see from Elias Pettersson. That's why you're paying him $11.6 million, not because of the shot blocking and the defensive zone faceoffs. So I'm giving Pettersson an A- tonight overall for his effort. And I'm going to skip ahead to Quinn Hughes as well.
No, I want to talk about Elias Pettersson. I want to talk about Elias Pettersson a little bit more. Dude, Canucks fans watching this right now, I understand that, like, he's hurt us, man. Elias Pettersson, again, Trevor, you only turned to 31 once. And there it was, 31 in the second round of the NHL playoffs. Do the math. Elias Pettersson wasn't there. And if he was there, who knows? Like, he hurt us, and then he went away for a long time again. And again, we're hurt. But as a Canucks fan, I just want to remind people, like, it's okay to believe that this guy's going to be great again based on what he's done in the first 21 games of this year. Like, obviously, I would want 25 points in 21 games because, again, I'm an asshole, okay? For real, obviously, but he's been so committed. Again, this is report cards. This is parent-teacher conference kind of, like, I just want to say I'm proud of Elias Pettersson. I'm excited to see him play hockey for the rest of the season. And with him and Quinn Hughes playing this good offensively, we're going to be in the fight.
Absolutely, man. And hey, let's I'm going to hit the round of applause for my prediction, man. You might want to slap me for this, but check out our season preview episode or just take my word for it. But I'm pretty sure I said that I predicted Elias Pettersson is going to have 74 points this season. Kyle, he's on pace for 74 points.
Hey, Trevor, man, like, what type of father are you, dude? You can't just, like, premature victory everything, man. We're Canucks fans too. Aren't you, like, experienced at this? Like, celebrate when you get there, man. Come on, man.
I'm the king of being premature, man. Come on. That's just the way it goes. That's why I use my friends over at Rouge Yet. Philip Hronek tonight gets his first goal of the season, I believe it was. Again, I'm not giving him more than a C+, though. He's part of the defensive problem, but nice to see him get in the score sheet. Drew O'Connor's getting more than a C+. Top penalty killer, lighting it up offensively with his 6th goal of the season. He's got points in almost, each of his last 8-9 games now. Look at the stats. It's like a point or two every game, way more than you'd expect. And I want to take back all of my, Dakota Joshua over Drew O'Connor takes now because, man, oh man, this guy is, really looking like kind of found money for the Vancouver Canucks. I still don't understand why he got a no move clause, but he gets a B from me tonight, which is better than most Canucks.
Why you gotta Trevor Beggs, man? What? Trevor, no, I'm just saying right there, man. Again, Trevor, I've gone through a journey in the last 24 hours. Like, normally I'm the guy that overreacts about everything, but I'm a changed man, Trevor. I heard something in regards to a Packers podcast that I listened to, and the host of my favorite show said, "Yo, you can't be so reactionary, to everything." I forgot what the exact quote was, but not every play isn't a revolution, So,
thanks, Kyle. That was motivational.
What I'm trying to say is this, Trevor. Maybe you should hang out with my family, Fijian people, okay? The Findu way. Trevor, relax, man. Take a shot there, man.
Yeah, I did take a shot. I'm gonna keep it positive.
I don't know why Drew O'Connor got the no movement clause. He's Drew O'Connor, Trevor. He's Drew O'Connor, okay?
Yeah, amen to that, man. Amen to that. Mackenzie McEachran, maybe his roughest game as a Canuck, but he's got 4 points in 6 games, so give the man a C+, all right? DPD. Yeah, DPD's been showing some sophomore warts here of late on the ice for 2 goals against tonight, no goals for. I'm going to give him a C. Marcus Pettersson, I think Marcus Pettersson should be on the kill more, man. Tyler Myers with 6.5 minutes on the kill tonight. No other Canucks defenseman have more than 4 minutes. Get Marcus Pettersson out there more than Tyler Myers on the penalty kill and give the man a C as well.
Look at Marcus Pettersson, what he did in the second period. Like, the third period, my bad. That mistake he made when he couldn't keep the puck in and he took that blatant interference call.
Yeah, he's been taking too many minor penalties. He's up there among the lead leaders in minor penalties.
Dude, just like try. How about you skate your ass off and get back into position? Like, he just gave up so early. And maybe he was scared for Tom Melander's sake, but just not good enough. Again, those two, man, sometimes I hate to say this, but again, this is why you don't want to hang out with toxic people or toxic traps. Dude, it looks like I'm watching Lucas Spiza play with Lucas Spiza.
Spiza.
Crazy.
Yeah. Marcus Pettersson's a step up on Lucas Spiza, but I haven't thought of Lucas Spiza in a long time, man. So there you go. Atu Ratu, I believe this is a season low 7:51 of ice time tonight. Seeing the effects of David Kampf coming into the lineup. Let's give him a C. Kiefer Sherwood, he gets the B, man. Always putting the effort out there. I know he had a bad penalty in this game, but a beautiful setup on DeBrusque's goal. And again, showing a little bit of chemistry there with Elias Pettersson, 100%. Tyler Myers gets a D-. Max Sasson, I'm giving a C in this game as well. I mean, Max Sasson is still the Canucks' second line center. And sometimes it's kind of showing, not going to lie. Pierre-Olivier Joseph, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to give him a D-, but he probably should have gotten an F. The D- is because he's a very fashionable dude and a really nice guy.
Pierre-Olivier Joseph didn't even play today. He didn't even play today. I think that's supposed to be David Kampf, right?
No, Pierre-Olivier Joseph was on the ice for 5 goals against, Kyle. I said that before you hopped on. He was on the ice for three goals against at even strength, 2 on the power play.
I think Pierre-Olivier Joseph didn't. I think they just made a mistake on the shot. He did not play today.
Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever you want to believe. Lucas Regel's first game on the wing went relatively unnoticed. I'm going to give him an incomplete. I didn't even notice him out there.
Jake DeBrusk play with? Who did he play with?
He was largely paired. That's a good question. I think he was paired with Marcus Pettersson.
He did not play today. He did not play a single second ever. What did you watch? I think you were babysitting and watching the game at the same time, man, because he did not play.
I was. That's true. I definitely was. But no, his main partner was he really got split up tonight. Jeez Louise. He played with everybody. 4 minutes with DPD, three-ish with Myers, 2:45 with Hughes, 2:30 with Marcus Pettersson, 1:58 with Philip Prona. He played with everyone tonight, man. He was like a spare part out there. Unbelievable.
I never saw this guy play once today. Am I tripping out? What was the fourth line? Then because we had Hronek, Hughes, Marcus Pettersson, Myers, what Willander, DPD. Then was he playing forward on this game?
No.
On this game?
No. You're making me trip out, man.
Did we dress? I did not even see POJ play once, unless he played as the extra. But no, look, right now he has Dave. It's just on here. It says that he played, but it's like if you watch the game, it was David.
Wow, was that David Kampf on?
Yeah,
is that Theo Joseph? Wow, so David Kampf was on the ice for 5 goals against. Oh my God, man.
I said off the top. I think you said when I came in early, I heard you say that, and then I was like, "Is this guy making a joke because the game sheet or something that didn't land?" He did not play. POJ did not play. It was David.
So David Kampf was P.O. Joseph. That's hilarious, man. Yeah. There you go. That's what I get for babysitting and watching the game.
I'll say this though, like watching David Kampf today, it felt like that because the game was like we were so bad, and then it was like, oh yeah, David Kampf is playing. I noticed him in the second period. So I could see where your eyes would. You're a busy guy. It is what it is.
Yeah, babysitting and watching hockey, man. That's what I guess. So David Kampf, man, that's a rough debut for him. Evander Kane, I'm going to give him a B-. Again, one of Evander Kane's best grades of the season, man. There you go. And I want to touch on Jake DeBrusk. Jake DeBrusk has just been a black hole at even strength. Like literally, when he's on the ice, he's pinning his own zone the entire time, but he still finds a way on the score sheet tonight. So Jake DeBrusk doing Jake DeBrusk things. Going to give him a C for that. Linus Karlsson, give him a C, and Yuri Patera. I'm gonna give him a C overall. Come on, that save was unreal that he made in the first period there.
Yeah, I mean it's a thanks for trying. It's a D-. Still too many goals. I mean that was his opportunity, but I didn't know he only played 12 games. He only played 12 games in the last couple years. Yeah,
he barely played last year in Abbotsford. He's barely played this year. It's been a long road for Yuri Patera, the forgotten man in the Canucks organization. That was 5-ish minutes for report cards. Let's shout out a sponsor and wrap it up here on Locked On Canucks. Man, oh man, drinking and watching hockey, man. What a bad combination. P.O. Joseph, David Camp. Dude, my head is swimming, man. Not the time for me to make a bet on FanDuel, man. But if you're in the betting mood, go check out FanDuel. You know, whether it's NBA, NFL, NHL, whatever it is, you can place all your bets on FanDuel. And even if you miss the start of the game and want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to the fourth quarter comebacks, baby. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. The Vancouver Canucks, I'm betting the over on the Vancouver Canucks from now on, man. Let's go. 5 goals a game from here on out for the Vancouver Canucks. Right now, FanDuel is offering new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA.
People, we back doing this, and that's talking about your Vancouver Canucks, man. Oh man, they lose 8-5. That's life. We're not rebuilding. Look, again, that's the mantra for the rest of the year. You know, like we're not rebuilding. It's not even like, oh, we got to make the playoffs. I'm not gonna say that. We're not rebuilding. Straight up. So
whether you want to or not, man, there you go. No rebuild happening in Vancouver. But some good things are happening, man. So let's shout it out in the comments. Shout out to James Moore producing some positivity on the show. Kings lost, Oilers lost, so it's all good, baby. And not only did Edmonton lose, they were down 5-1 to the Buffalo Sabres when I checked that out. And look, we all figure Edmonton's going to figure it out at some point. But this is a tough league to win in when you don't have goaltending. I know Edmonton's got the talent and they will figure it out, but man, oh man, it is nice to see the Oilers suffering, and the Kings were on a bit of a roll too. So nice to see the Kings get an L as well.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, Trevor. I'm not scheduled watching, even though I should probably do it, but I don't want to get depressed. Next comment. Man, oh man, Mother Knucker saying, I gotta say, I am impressed with Willander. He is strong on his stick and recovers well. Gonna be a stud in a couple years. I think he's already a stud. Again, how come he's always looking like our third best defenseman? And I know we gotta quote unquote be careful on how we react to his play, because there's gonna be a lot of like, it's a shiny toy, right? It's a new hit of whatever, and it's gonna feel good right off the top, you know. But he's playing hard minutes. It feels like that sometimes because the Canucks are getting caved. And he doesn't look as bad. And I know this is not much of a benchmark, but he doesn't look as bad as Marcus Pettersson and Tyler Myers. So we're blessed to have Tom Willander this year, and I think the whole season is going to shift as soon as we move him to get more minutes than Tyler Myers. I totally believe that. Everything changes so slightly. The momentum. Once Quinn Hughes stops making mistakes defensively, and then also again Tyler Myers plays less, that might be coaches like hack to fix this defense, because you're not going to get more practice time, you know, unless you ban all your Canucks players from going to the Olympics, you know, and you want to spend do another training camp to reset it. But yeah, like if Quinn Hughes cleans it up and Tyler Myers plays less because Tom Willander plays more, there might be I'm not saying be a top end defense, but we're arguably the worst. Like, can we get to 23rd?
We are the worst right now. We are the worst defense in the league.
Yeah,
you look at the TK, you look at the high danger chance against a 5-on-5. This is the worst defense in the NHL, which is crazy to say with Hronek, Marcus Pettersson, and Quinn Hughes on this team.
Yeah. Well, they all got to clean it up. Out of those three, Hronek's been the cleanest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean Quinn Hughes again. You take the good with the bad. Absolutely. I mean he was on the ice with 4 goals for 1 goal against tonight. He did more than his job. Tyler Myers at all situations on the ice for 5 goals against and just 1 goal for. So yeah, I mean Tyler Myers overall. Yeah, he was on the ice for 5 goals against tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Can we end off the show on some positive stuff and talk about what POJ did on the penalty kill today?
Let's
Trevor?
Do it.
Okay, no. Okay. Quinn Hughes, what does he have? 10 points in his last 3 games, 10 assists. Is that the? Okay, yeah. So I don't know. That's Trevor, how did we wait 35 minutes to talk about that? Like, are we numb to this drug? Are we numb to like one of the best athletes of our generation playing in Vancouver? Because this guy just put up 10 assists in 3 games. Like, again, now he has another record with Paul Coffey and like, the best offensive defenseman of all time and Cale Makar. And it's like, damn, enough said.
Yeah, I think we are a bit numb to it, to be honest. I mean, 10 assists in 3 games is freaking unreal, right? And again, it's kind of a surprise that the Canucks did at least pull a point tonight when they had that kind of effort from Quinn Hughes, that kind of effort from Elias Pettersson. And, that's why I'm going to bed tonight, just praying that Adam Foote gets back to what he was doing for this team a couple of years back. Because, man, oh, man, if they can clean things up defensively, at least just don't be the worst. And you got Quinn Hughes doing this. Oh, man, oh, man. I mean, that could be a recipe for the Vancouver Canucks. I mean, that's hope to cling on to tonight.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. And there's a lot of ways to, I mean, like, again, when you're rock bottom and you want to clean up your decor, there's obviously so many things you could do because obviously so many things have to be fixed. And, Quinn Hughes play better, balance it out, and, just play Pierre-Olivier Joseph more. Trevor, sign us out, man.
Exactly, man. POJ is the guy, man. Oh man, I got fooled by that one. Thanks, Stat Cards. One love to you and you new for tuning in to this episode of Locked On Canucks. I'm Trevor Beggs. That guy's Kyle Bhawan. If you like what we're doing, you can share the episode with a friend. Go like and subscribe on YouTube and on the podcast side. Go follow us. Leave a 5-star review. I'm gonna go get some sleep, rest and recover from this one, man. Oh man, I need to do it. But we'll be back soon here on Locked On Canucks.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.